always has made like women's hockey different from other women's sports is whiteness, right? So like,
and I love that you brought up the fact about hockey's whiteness, because I feel like any kind of broader movement, even a labor movement, is spoken of with kind of whiteness at the forefront. I mean, I think back to, even the fight for equal pay with Team USA back in, 2017? That wasn't followed up with any meaningful discourse surrounding racial justice or diversity, equity, and inclusion. And it was during a time when that was very much the discussion happening. The discussion always happens, but especially in the late 2010s, we had the advent of Black Lives Matter and of all of these social movements, and women's hockey and by and large is probably the most apolitical sport, and I feel like that's by design, again, because of its whiteness.
If you're a white woman, you're always going to approach things of, how can I do this from a white man's perspective? Whereas if you have some other type of background, you're going to be more predisposed to think, oh, I understand that I don't want to do it this way. How can I think outside of the box? So I think that's what gets lost sometimes.
Yeah, and that's where your comment about hockey, including women's hockey's whiteness, sometimes stunts these conversations, because the innovation doesn't exist within the pool, within the community. And when people look at the WNBA as a gold standard when it comes to advocating for women in sports, is it any coincidence that, as I said, it's over 80% Black women that are queer women, and even among the queer women, mask, presenting and identifying, the poppies of the league are very vocal, and that has come about in really the last, Angelica, 5 years. Yeah, now it's a thing, whereas, you have other people that, it took them a little longer to be embraced fully, even by the WNBA. But again, that's the standard. And a lot of what comes from the WNBA comes from its players and things that then the league backtracks into so that they can then own it.
Though. It's the same with women's hockey too.
Right.
Even back in the years of the PHF, any kind of diverse, any platform given to somebody who wasn't cookie cutter, feminine white girl, any kind of platform that was created by the players. You had CJ and Madison Packer leading the charge